Hi, the Baseball Tonight look at the American League East. Back with Curt Schilling, Karl Ravech. A year ago, we were in this position, and it felt like the conversation was any one of the teams in the division could finish first, and anyone could finish last. The Red Sox go out and get Dave Dombrowski, and then they make big moves to get David Price and Craig Kimbrell. The Blue Jays lose Price. Marcus Stroman's now at the top. Mark Shapiro goes over to run Toronto. Yankees pick up Chapman. Rays don't do a ton, and the Orioles commit a ton of money to Chris Davis. So you tell me, 88 for the first place team according to Fangraphs, 80 wins for the Orioles in last place. Does that say to you anyone can win?
It does, and I agree with the fact I don't see a 90-win team in this division, short of a team having a catastrophic spring training injury. I think every team has a legitimate shot to be the winner. I don't think the wild card come.
But you think the Orioles have a legitimate shot?
Well, you know what? I've never counted out a Buck Showalter team.
Right.
He has a way of bringing more out of some guys than other managers. But David Price of the Red Sox, obviously a huge move. But I look at that infield defense with Xander Bogaerts, who I think is going to be one of the best players in the game, if not already in the top 20. I think Pedroia has a bounce-back year and is healthy, is the big one. But on the corners, they got $40 million committed to probably two of their worst defenders. And two guys who, I mean, I don't see any reason why Pablo Sandoval is going to be a 25-90 guy.
Right.
Physically, he's kind of the same guy as last year, but they could be. So a lot of things I think have to go right. The Yankees, listen, if they get anything in the way of health from their starters,
right.
You
had Tanaka last year. You were worried that his season was going to end in week 2, and here he is again in spring training.
Yep, and I look for him to be an enormous piece, not just to the Yankees, but to the East as a whole. I still believe the biggest move in the East was Mark Shapiro going to Toronto. I think that is going to have the biggest long-term impact of anybody in that division.
But how about short-term? Because they were they're knocking on the door. So Shapiro's a long-term building guy thinking.
Right. Well, you take away Price. Marcus Stroman moves to the top of that rotation. They still have R.A. Dickey, who, I mean, the thing you learn with knuckleballers is they can go 2-14 one year and 20-1 the next year.
Win a Cy Young.
Right. But in that stadium, there's going to be a premium placed on their defense because they're going to score runs.
Can the Rays with Archer and Odorizzi and Kiermaier be the Royals? Can they be that team that relies on defensive?
I'm excited to watch Chris Archer become a very common household name this year.
Right. He's a good dude, too. He worked with us in the World Series. We liked him.
Bad hair, but a great guy.
Great lid on him. All right, that's a chicken burrito. Curt Schilling with the American League East.
Really?
What?